Now, holidaymakers on the Norfolk Broads have been told to moor up tomorrow for safety reasons. We're expecting winds of more than 50 miles an hour.
The Broads Authority says those conditions would challenge even the most experienced sailors. The weather warnings mean some events planned for this weekend have been cancelled too. Kevin Burch reports.
In Felixstowe today it was breezy but balmy. And if the forecasters are right, this was most definitely the calm before the storm.
Saturday there's going to be gusts of 50 to 55 mile an hour quite widely across the region. Some parts of the coast might get near 60 mile an hour, sort of right on the coast. So Sunday will be a little bit lighter winds, but still some near gusts of 40, perhaps 45 mile an hour, possibly even on Sunday.
This should have been happening this weekend, the East Anglia Crafted Classique, one of the big events in the cycling calendar, with upwards of 1,000 riders starting from and returning to the waterfront in Ipswich after a jaunt through the Suffolk countryside. But with fierce winds and a deluge likely, it's a non-starter. Today, Ian Miller from Crafted, the firm which sponsors the event, took part in a special outside broadcast all about bikes with Elmy Cycles in town, alongside BBC Radio Suffolk presenter James Hazel. But instead of being there to promote, he was explaining why they'd had to postpone.
It hasn't been easy, but at the same time it was easy once you sort of start really thinking about it. If people are out on the Suffolk roads, we want them to have a really good experience and a safe experience, and it wasn't going to be that based on the forecasts.
Sue Spohr sent us this picture from Lowestoft asking, where is everyone? She's worried that repeated warnings of extreme weather might have persuaded the crowds to stay away, hitting the local economy. But the forecast prompted the Broads Authority to take the unusual step of warning people already on the water or heading that way to take extra care. Conditions, it says, will challenge even the most experienced, and Breydon Water could be closed for a time tomorrow until the worst of the storm has passed.
I've worked for the Broads Authority for 10 years. We've made these warnings before, but generally in the winter. I think this is the first time we've actually made a warning like this in the summer. And as I say, standing here today in this beautiful sunshine, it's difficult to believe that tomorrow it could be a very different day.
Back in Ipswich, the organisers of this weekend's big cycling event already have a new date in the calendar. The rescheduled ride will now take place on September the 14th. At least that gives those planning to take part an extra 5 weeks to work on their fitness. Kevin Burch, BBC Look East in Ipswich.